How we started riding motorcycles video. Ooh.
I put my leg over.
That's how you started. We took the MSF course in April of 2021. I signed us up, got us 2 seats, and really we wanted to take it the previous year, but due to COVID, they just weren't having classes. So as soon as they started having classes again, we just signed up for it. We said, what the heck, and just signed up for it. So that first day was the half a day in a classroom. Yes. Yeah, we kind of watched a couple of clips, to see things we should and shouldn't do. At the end of that second day, we headed into the dealership just to browse around. So tell them what you saw.
It was a Kawasaki Ninja 650. I can hear people now, it's 650. So I didn't know enough about the bike to be like, oh, this is a smaller bike, this is a bigger bike, this is what I don't need, this is what I need. I just liked the bike, and that's kind of what I went with.
Yeah. So when you first saw it, it was mostly aesthetics.
Yeah, I liked the way it looked. It's sleek, and it looked like it could push me down the road, so I was happy with that.
Yeah. So we watched a lot of YouTube videos of just what should our first bike be. And there are so many different opinions out there. So we were kind of caught in this loop of, are we buying, are we not? If we buy, are we buying used? Are we buying new? If we buy used, do we even know what we're supposed to be looking for? So we met a guy at the Kawasaki dealership when we took our class. We put his card on the fridge. We finally decided to just take the leap and just purchase new.
Good sales tactic, by the way. He would send me pictures of the bike randomly.
February 2022, we went back to the dealership. We purchased the bike. Was it the one you wanted?
Yes, it was the one I wanted. It was the gray one. So.
Yes. He got the exact one he wanted, the one he had seen back in April. We had not been on a bike since the course we took.
I think it actually came on the Wednesday.
It came on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Were you excited to get home?
Yes. Yeah, I was excited, but like I said, still a bit intimidated, nervous. Mm-hmm. So, there was that.
Yeah. So we'll put that photo right here on the screen somewhere. Started up the bike, wobbled it down the driveway.
Slowly, around
the block, and you got home in one piece.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Surprisingly. So did that first ride around the block go as easy or as hard as you thought it would be?
It went not hard. It was just, it seems much faster when you first start riding, I guess. So 5 miles an hour felt like I was on a rocket. That block seemed bigger than I remember. The block seemed a lot bigger than I remember on the first time on the bike. So.
Yeah. And you put the first mile on that bike.
Yes.
That bike had no miles.
Yes.
When you got it.
0 miles.
Brand new bike. He has been putting miles on that bike since it had none. Accomplishment.
Yeah. Or depreciation.
I mean, depreciation as soon as that thing was off the lot.
That's true.
You went around the block a few times, and then we were able, a few days later, to get you to the parking lot. Undisturbed and in a safe spot, he was able to start relearning some of the things that he learned in the motorcycle course that we took. I think we kind of started thinking, hey, maybe she needs her own bike.
Yes.
I think really you were thinking that.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure yet. I didn't know, is this something I'm going to like? Is this something that's just going to be for him? He started looking around, started doing the same thing the dealer did to him, and started showing me pictures. We were kind of looking at used bikes. So again, there was that worry of, do we even know if we're getting a good used bike? So he was watching videos.
Yeah, a lot of Sean from Bikes and Beards, SRK Cycles. A lot of those videos. He has great videos on things to look for at dealerships or the things to look for on the bike. So that was a big help.
Going into April, he's still sending me photos of bikes. I didn't know what I even wanted. I figured I was already kind of learning on his, so if something like that came along, then maybe that's what I would go for. We come across a 2014 Ninja. This one's a 300. And it's a little bit smaller, not as powerful. I messaged the guy, the guy said, yeah, it's for sale. Me with practically no experience, and James with a couple weeks of practicing in a parking lot are going to purchase our second bike. We're kind of looking at each other because we don't really know what we're supposed to be inspecting. James has a little bit of an idea. I asked James, like, hey, are you able to at least take this bike around the corner to make sure it even goes? And when we got there, the guy gave him the keys to do a test run on it, and he did.
That guy has bad judgment.
How did you feel taking that bike around the block knowing it wasn't even ours yet?
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking. I told that guy, but he got bad judgment, so. I wouldn't have given me the keys. I would not have given me the keys.
We purchased the bike, and then it came the task of James getting it home, and we didn't necessarily purchase it around the corner. The deal was we were going to leave with this bike. I was going to follow him home. We were going to take the back roads all the way back home. So James pulls out of this guy's driveway.
You were supposed to make a left, and you made a right.
I did.
And so I made the left. I went one block, and a cop got behind me. No real riding experience other than a few weeks, no insurance, no tags on the bike. Mm-hmm. So he followed me for roughly 2 miles before I pulled into a gas station. I figured he was either going to pull me over or he's going to keep on going, and he just kept going. So I got lucky there.
Were you like, whoo?
Yeah, I was nervous.
You were nervous? What were you going to tell him if he pulled you over?
I had that piece of paper, but it's a bill of sale, basically, that says we just bought, but
he's going to be like, yeah, you printed this out this morning. So, yeah, I made the wrong turn. So we end up going 2 separate directions. I get on the highway, hightail it home, and before I even get home, I get a text or a call or something that says, where are you at? Somebody jumped on the freeway for the first time, and he did it on my bike.
It wasn't mine. I felt like it was a thing to do. So if I wrecked it, that's all right. I'll buy you another bike.
And that's how we ended up with 2 bikes and how we started practicing. So yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
That is it. Till next time.